Alexa-powered smart speaker and on TuneIn, iHeart, and on Odyssey. Now, from the Signature Bank Studios, this is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson. If you're looking for the latest news, insight into what it means, and the sharpest opinion, there's only one station in Chicago where you can turn, and it's this one. We're AM 560, The Answer.
Top of the morning, Dan and Amy. Not since Lewis and Clark forged a path to the Pacific. Not since Nirmal Persia summited all 14 8,000-meter peaks has such an undertaking been endeavored as what Dean Matt has done over the last 48 days, or attempted to do. We'll find out if he did it. Which is to play 48 pickleball matches in 48 states in 48 days.
And did he do it?
We talked to him shortly before he took off at the beginning of the month, beginning of May, to do it. So wait, we only 48 days. We just started May 1. Wait, how are we? All right, so let's see what's going on with this whole pickleball efforted world record performance. Dean Matt, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hey, glad to be back.
Back. All right, what happened? You didn't make it?
No, we did May 1st. I left May 1st out of Sarasota and came back May 26th as planned. The event was supposed to be less than 48 days. So we were doing 2 to 3 states a day.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, we did 26 days, and I'm glad to be in such high esteem as some of those explorers that you mentioned.
Yes.
Let's start with a world record that I'm pretty comfortable I set. The most states listening to Dan and Amy in 26 days.
Oh, so there's something new.
You're piling up the world records.
Yes.
So, all right. So
I am, yeah.
Right.
So you wanted to take 48 days, but you did 48 pickleball matches in 48 states in 25 days. That's the record. Have you talked to the Guinness people about this?
It was always less than 48 days. So we ended as planned. I missed 4 states, so I went to 44 states in the 26 days. So everything's humming along as planned. The plane was working fine. My wife met me out in Portland, and she played with me 4 days through Salt Lake City. And then when I got to Salt Lake City, there were clouds that surrounded Salt Lake City for 2 days. I had to shut down my trip for 2 days because I couldn't go into clouds because of icing. So my choice has always been to disappoint the least amount of people. And rather than back everybody up, I still had maybe 30 states to go yet. Rather than back them up and their plans, and they had, their mayors and dignitaries coming out and TV crews and all that stuff, I decided just to miss the 4 states. So it was Montana, North Dakota, Wyoming, and Nebraska. So at the end of the day, I did 44 states on my trip. So no Guinness World Record. I guess technically I could still go back up there, but I don't think I have the wherewithal to go back up there.
Well, what did you? Oh,
is there an actual standing world record? I thought you were like setting your own record because nobody's tried anything of this sort. Period.
Oh yeah. There's a world record in here for sure, and it's basically whatever I want it to be because no one's ever done this before. It's not a Guinness. It's not a Guinness World Record. It's a Dean Matt World Record, and if somebody else does it in 25 days, then they get the world record. But it was quite a trip.
well, what did you learn about the sport and about yourself during this sojourn of yours?
Yes, journey of self-exploration.
Thinking with Dan and Amy.
Yeah, right.
Well, it was logistical nightmare to kind of put this together. I've been working on this for 6 months. My wife, Luann, has been pretty supportive. We got a lot of momentum early in the trip. She's watching Fox and Friends in the morning on the 4th day of the trip, and there I am, talking to Steve Ducey and Kilmeade and Ainsley. They somehow found out about this trip. They had me on. I was in Kansas City at the time, and we talked about the trip. And then it kind of snowballed from there. We had media coverage at most every stop. I didn't learn a lot, Amy, about pickleball. A common misconception is that when I got to a place that I was really good, I'm just an average player. But we played against ex-governors like John Lynch up in New Hampshire, George Allen out in Virginia.
George Allen, really?
Is he any good?
Yeah. How's George Allen doing?
Very good, because Yeah, he's very good. Him and his wife showed up. It was at a residence in Virginia Beach. Him and his wife showed up, and they're both in good health and doing well. He's a jock, so he had some chops to him.
Well, how's his net game and his backhand? Is he good? I mean, is he versatile?
Yeah, very good, because we played the mayor.
He's got to be in his 70s.
We played with the mayor of Virginia Beach, and that was the opposite end of the spectrum. No offense, but Mayor Bobby was not really coordinated on some.
Either you're athletic or you're not. I mean, there's really no gray area.
So let's qualify this world record once again. You're the worst pickleball player to ever play 44 pickleball matches in 44 states in 25 days.
And a male.
And a male. Yes.
Male.
Yeah.
Over 60.
That's so funny, because I was under the impression too that you're some like pickleball star, but I guess you don't have to be. And you never came to play with Dan and Amy.
No. Well, yeah. Up in Chicago, we had a fundraiser. Donations were made for the YMCA up in Lake Zurich, another charity called Emma's House, and another charity called A Safe Place Raceway Car Wash up there donated $9,000. So we raised some money there. Out in Jonesboro, Arkansas, we played with Special Olympics folks, and we had some donations up there, raised a little money out there. But we played with ex-NFL people and NBA people, pickleball pros.
Really? Like who? Wait. Former pro athletes like who? NFL or NBA?
So up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, two ex-Penn State guys, Jordan Hill, he has a Super Bowl ring. He played with Seattle, and Michael Mauti, who played with the Vikings and the Saints. They played together, and it was, I think, Jordan Hill's first time. He caught on very, very quickly.
I bet. Yeah.
In Cincinnati, we played with NBA alum Ronnie Grandison and Brad Cousino from the. He used to actually play for the Bears for a small amount of time, and we played in a lot of different places too. We played on an airport tarmac in Frederick, Maryland. We landed the plane. They had the court striped out. We put up our portable net. We were in and out of there in an hour. We played at private residences. We played at the Greenbrier in White Sulphur Springs, beautiful, iconic resort in their center court there. We played at the largest private country club in the country called The Landings in Savannah, Georgia. Oh, yeah. And then we played against a 97-year-old woman up in Michigan. Her name is Minnie LaPointe, and she was just a sweetheart. And the whole
Did you at least beat Minnie?
I kicked her butt, yeah.
Oh, good. All right, fine. Okay, so you got at least one
W.
On the line. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, wow. All right. So, what do you do? Was it like Forrest Gump, or were people then following you around from court to court as you went playing pickleball matches in their locale? Was it something that generated a lot of local buzz when people knew you were coming to their town?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it depended on the size of the town. The smaller the town, the more of an event this was. I mean, people would greet us at the airport. When we got to the court, there were balloons and parties. Up in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, they had a bratwurst festival for us when we were up there. So it was a lot of feel-good stuff.
That's good. That's actually a fun way to do, a Blue Highways trip around the country, or Blue Skyways in your case, trip around the country. That's kind of fun, actually. All right, very good. Well, I want to take up pickleball, so I'll have to catch you when our paths intersect, and you can put me on your list of conquests.
Well, when you're down there in Naples, give me a call. I'll shoot down there with Luann, and we'll play some pickleball.
All right, very good. All right, Dean Matt, longtime listener. He broke the world record for listening to Dan and Amy from the most states in 4 weeks, and playing the most pickleball matches in 4 weeks in the most states. Dean, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
It's what Chicago is talking about. It's Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy on AM 560. The Answer.
This is Sean Thompson, and I'm proud to tell you about the